Hi, so I'm back with another movie review of Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and today I will be reviewing it because I just saw it yesterday, and I liked it a lot. What I liked about it was, unlike Thor Love and Thunder, where it threw everything at the board and was vulgar, but that's a different thing. It threw everything at the board, and some jokes landed and some jokes didn't, and overall it was just a very forgetful movie. Because of that, they threw everything there. This movie had the sad and had the depressing and it had the downside, but the light side of the jokes made it so much better and made the jokes so much more funny and relieving. But then the downside was also captivating, and you wanted to see it. You wanted to see how it ended. You wanted to see justice, and you cared about the characters. And when they said a really cheesy line of when Rocket, spoiler alert by the way, when he says, my name is Rocket Raccoon, or I am Rocket Raccoon, or something like that, and it just gave us a really warm, fuzzy feeling inside, and we loved it. A few downsides to this movie is it is lumber gruesome, has the F word, and it has animal cruelty in it. However, I don't think that that's as big of a deal as what some of the other Marvel movies have been doing. The F word is a well-placed, so it's not just out of the blue, is a well-placed F word during a stressful situation where Chris Pratt just says get in the car. And the animal cruelty, though it maybe should have been shown in a lighter sense, I think that it was shown very well, and they didn't linger on it as much as they could have. And it definitely does not break grounds for PG-13 movies by any means. Parents just need to do their due diligence and not assume that every Marvel movie is made for people under 13. Okay, follow that. Another thing was how gruesome it was. Again, I thought that it wasn't over the top. It wasn't by any means a hard PG-13 for all the blood and the gruesome, but it was more than other Marvel movies. So if that's something that offends you or that you don't like, don't watch it. Just know that. And then those are the three main things that people didn't like about the movie. However, I took them all as it's a movie and it's setting up the world. It's all backstory. None of it was unnecessary or felt forced. It all felt, yeah, this is what it would be like, and not in a very downward or nihilistic way. It was very much this is what it's like, but we're going to find hope in it. We're going to find love in whatever. And I really like the movie. Very funny overall, and heartwarming and stuff. There were a few cheesy lines. Like I said, the Rocket Raccoon is one. Another one was a dead person saying "use your heart." I'm not going to say who it was, but it was a pretty cheesy scene. And there were some cheesy scenes, but I feel like Groot, although he didn't do much throughout the whole movie, the scenes that they had him in were fantastic. And the reason I bring up Groot is because I like him as a character. He's great. Peter Quill's character development in this movie was great. They didn't keep him the same throughout all three, which I thought they were, and I went into this thinking this will probably be a movie where there's way too many jokes, like Thor Love and Thunder, and Peter Quill is just going to be a dumb, bumbling idiot. He isn't. He is just a responsible person who has faced a lot of heartaches for what he's done, and is just very not sad the whole time. There is a scene or a few scenes with him being sad, but he's just responsible. He's just grown as a person, and they've developed his character very well. I really like that. My review for the movie is pretty good, and I do have to say, I don't think Ant-Man was as good as I thought it was. That was the first or second night I saw it, and it was fresh on my mind, and I think I rated it a little too high. I would probably say it's more like a 7.6, 7.8. This movie being either closer or above. And since I did just watch it yesterday, I'm going to rate it a little lower. And then if I need to in the future, I'll change that. It'll be a 7.6 for me. Like I said, I might change that in the future. However, the fact that this movie has a lot of controversy from parents over it being PG-13 is odd and surprising to me, seeing as the Thor Love and Thunder had nudity, although it was humorous and supposed to be funny or attractive or whatever. It was still nudity nonetheless, and partial again, So nothing breaking grounds for PG-13. It wasn't anything beyond that. It was just a butt. But then the talking about sexual things for a decent chunk of time, I think is much higher grounds for parents to get upset. I don't think that, like, comparatively, it isn't any worse. The Thor Love and Thunder stuff bothered me personally. I'm not going to say that it should be raised to a rated R, but the stuff in this movie, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, didn't offend me or make me raise an eyebrow. I thought it was well placed, well timed, and was deserving of it and wasn't forced. Yeah, I know that these movie reviews are boring, but thank you for watching, and just remember that my movie reviews are very much boring.